Hello, that's Greg.
We're really bashing them out this month, aren't we?
I'm Jason, and this is Retro Collectors. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Usually we do new sets and things for this, don't we? But I think this set is so phenomenal.
That we're doing everything on it.
Yeah, everything.
So, welcome back to Retro Collectors. Or, welcome to Retro Collectors if this is the first time you've ever watched it. Car boot season, that's flea market, I think, to our American viewers, hasn't really started here yet. But we thought we would share some of the things that we've collected over the winter period with you guys. Didn't we, Greg?
It's good, isn't it?
At this moment in time, I have got a monster between my legs.
This definitely isn't a kids' show, is it?
It's not what you're thinking, Greg. Boglins! Do you remember?
I wonder what he was about to get out then.
Do you remember Boglins?
Yeah, and I don't remember them looking like that.
What do you remember them looking like?
In a cage.
Oh, no, it's mini Boglins.
They never had a cage.
Mini Boglins did.
No, they never had bars going in.
Yeah, they did.
Tell the story,
Tell you
Jason.
the story. Well, I went to the car boot with my eldest daughter and stumbled across this man selling this Boglin.
You should be punched for this in the face.
I should. Don't really see these out in the wild all that much. I've only ever seen one other Boglin at a car boot, and it was disgusting. It was just in the worst condition you've ever seen.
Well, they're not in the best. They're not in the best.
I mean, they're
looking
made
things.
of like latex, and they're getting quite old now. However, this was complete with the cage. But at the time he sold it me, this Boglin was kind of falling through the hole at the bottom. So I turned it over and carried it with my hand in the Boglin like that, so it didn't fall out. Not realising that the bars came out there. And then we got back to the car, went to put him in the car, and well pleased with finding the Boglin, and discovered that the bars had disappeared. And my 10-year-old daughter, bless her, and I went all around the car boot again trying to find these bars on the floor, asked every stall that we'd been to if we'd dropped them, but to no avail. So this was a complete Boglin that I've
It just
ruined.
amazes me that that's been together for 30 odd years, and you pick it up
within 5 minutes,
and now it's landfill.
Yeah. Anyway, Boglins were created by
Mr. Boglin.
some of the Jim Henson team, Greg. To name them, that's Tim Clark, Maureen Trotto and Larry Mass in 1986, and it was originally bought by Coleco but then was more famously marketed by Mattel. Yes, and they had different names here in the UK than they did in America.
Oh,
in
really?
America they were called, the two were called Flob and Drool, the initial two. In this country they were called Plunk and Flurp. So this guy's Flurp, he was called Drool in America.
Who's this?
That's
This one's-
Flurp.
Oh, have we not got... He's not. That's not Flurp.
Well, that's what it says on the box, so perhaps that's the wrong Boglin
Ah,
in the box. That's
you've been
Dwarf.
stitched up
I
here.
really have.
I don't think the bars were there.
They were.
So basically then, you've got the wrong box for the wrong Boglin.
It looks like it, doesn't
The
it?
wrong box for the wrong Boglin. This should be blue in this box. Fleur is blue. Dwerk is this one.
Dwark.
Is it Dwark?
I think so.
Dwark. And Plunk is purple.
Great.
Wow.
I've been ripped off.
Well, I'm a bit gutted for you here.
They were that popular that they then brought out other toys in the range, like mini Boglins in a little plastic cage. They also had, I don't know if you remember these, they're Boglins that you could throw at the wall and they'd walk down the wall. You could also get like octopus toys that did that. Do you remember them?
Just sticky, weren't they?
They were very sticky. And they even brought out some little mini Boglins which were just like muscle figures or monsters in my pocket, which will seamlessly lead to these.
What, a Unibond?
No, Greg.
I just can't believe we went mad on these.
Monsters in my pocket.
Oh, yeah.
What a link.
Nice thing there. But we've sort of just brushed over the fact that these were phenomenal.
They were
and they
phenomenal.
so popular. And if there are any younger viewers watching, and I'm not saying under, what is it, 13?
Yeah, 13.
Like, so
Over
before-
13,
yeah,
obviously.
14 watching. because of
Copper.
then you won't realise just how big these were. They were absolutely huge. It was that thing, that Christmas time, wasn't it?
Apparently,
fighting at the shelves.
One of his habits is licking floors.
Over here, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies need a place to hide out. Come a little closer. Oh, did I scare you? Oh, I do that so well. If you take us home, we'll kiss your Aunt Martha. We'll eat your peas. And we hope you know lots of girls. Hey, the name's Boglins, each sold separately, and we're looking for good homes. Maybe yours?
So, as we're so professional and we seamlessly linked to the next toy collection that we found, Greg, these are Monsters in My Pocket. More specifically, these are Monster in My Pocket wrestlers. Do you remember them?
I do, but I don't remember these.
Monsters in My Pocket were first released in 1989 by Matchbox. And they were small, soft plastic figures. Figures?
I love good figures, don't you?
They? Yeah. They were very popular because they were cheap little figures that you could play with.
I'm trying to think if ever I had. I mean, I recognise them, but I don't. You know when you think you had something, but you don't know whether you did.
Well,
These are something I'm not sure about.
You might well have, Greg, because these actually weren't released until 1994. The wrestlers, which is about your WWE era, isn't it?
I was 14.
Yeah.
What? What do you think? Do you think I was 14 playing with wrestling figures?
Yes.
I was 16 when I finished playing with them. I used to set up the whole arena, Jason. And you know, it was that one day that I was doing it. And my mum and dad were on the settee, watching the telly, and I'd set up the arena, and I was 16, and I just looked over and went, I need to stop this now. I'm playing with wrestling figures.
All your mates were down the pub.
White lightning on the bench.
Yeah.
I need to stop playing with wrestling figures. And that was the day, and I did.
Right.
Interesting, isn't it?
Well, guess... you'll never guess.
Do you want to start again?
Well, Greg, you'll
Yeah.
never guess who was the coach of these wrestlers.
Hulk Hogan?
No. It's an animal.
An animal?
Yeah. Cereal.
Frosties?
Yeah.
The
Tony
tiger?
the Tiger was their coach. These were first released in Kellogg's Frosties, apparently.
It's not a good link, that is.
Tony the Tiger is a coach and were released in Kellogg's Frosties cereal. There were loads of them.
Can you believe they put these in the actual bag
I know.
of cereal? Now all this health and safety gone mad has ruined it now, and you'll never get that. But that would have been like that in the actual bag.
And it was amazing.
It was brilliant. The only thing is, you did finger all the Frosties, didn't you? To get to it. Because yeah, but what I'm saying is, you never waited for it to pour out like the adverts did.
No, you stuck your hand in.
Even if the other box was half full still, you were still in the pantry, ripping this open, digging your hand in to try and get this out.
There's a ninja one there.
I mean, have I just spoken to the wall?
No, I heard what you said.
Did you?
I was just
What did I
fascinated.
say?
And you said you were digging your hand in to get that out. That's exactly what you said, isn't it?
How much were these?
I got these at an auction, and they were in a lot of other stuff. So really, once you divide it up, they were probably £2 for all of those.
I thought you could say each then. That's not like you to pay that sort of money. £2, that's not bad, is it? No, it's not bad, it's brilliant.
Monster wrestlers in my pocket are coming your way. They're mean. They're scared of no one. Except me. I'm their coach. Monster wrestlers in my pocket. You can collect us all free, but only in special packs of Kellogg's Frosties. They're great.
Gonna throw this out there.
What are you going to throw out there?
It's my find of the. This is my favourite find of the retro collectors today.
I know what it is.
Well, we've just been talking about it.
It's just there. Oh,
It's boxed. It's brilliant.
the A-Team Viewmaster. Now, Viewmaster was obviously a hugely popular toy from the 70s. There were even older versions of it than that, but they didn't have very exciting slides back in the 60s. They were like slides of zoos and Blackpool Tower and stuff. But in the late 70s and 80s, they started to bring out slides of more popular cartoons, TV shows and all that kind of stuff.
I had the Knight Rider one as a kid, and I still want that one desperately. That would still be my ultimate sort of Viewmaster find. But the 18 one I had as well, and that is it. That's the box one.
Was our VR in the 80s. Virtual reality. It's just like magic, isn't it?
I might get it all out.
I beg your pardon. Get it out, Greg.
Let me just tell you,
Yeah.
I forgot how good these are. They're proper 3D.
They're
aren't they?
amazing.
Oh, look at here. You've got the little leaf
Wow,
there.
look at that. Looks like Amy is about to shoot you in the face with a bow and arrow.
Oh, Amy. She could have shot me in the face with that bow and arrow. Bow and arrow?
Melinda Collier, who incidentally is now an artist and author. How much did we pay for that, Greg?
PA's just punched me in the face.
Has he?
That's why I'm leaving. £8. So the ones I've got here, Jason, you can get, and they didn't have many. Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Snow White.
Do you remember that? Showbeam. Oh my word.
Sort of.
We've got that projector.
It's just a leaflet, by the way, with just the
I'll
things
try
you
and
can.
put that in.
And I'm just. Oh, these are the. It's a tick list of all the ones you can buy.
Greg,
Jason,
do you remember
do you remember?
the Rainbow read-along books?
Yes. Oh. I mean, I don't think many people remember the ones I used to read, as in, like, I think it was called The Storyteller.
Yeah, I remember that.
They had
Like
little
a
story-
weekly series.
Oh, I love them. And obviously the Street Hawk ones and all them as well. I've got the Street Hawk one somewhere, Jason.
What about
Fire
these?
Hazard. Oh!
The Get Along Gang and the Bad Loser.
I don't remember that.
The Real Ghostbusters. Adventures in Slime and Space.
The what?
Real
Ghostbusters!
Adventures in Slime and Space. Now let me just tell you a little story about
Adventures in Slime and Space.
these. You never ever find these with the tapes.
She fell off then, nearly fell over. Oh, you got the tapes?
Not only have I got those, this is just a little sample. I went into a junk shop, an antique shop,
Da, 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 da.
and on the floor was a cassette
That's right,
cassette case. On the floor, not there. I don't know why I'm pointing down there.
I'm looking.
A Rainbow Bright cassette case, and I thought, oh, might have a look at that. Be all right for retro collectors. So I picked it up, and it weighed a ton. I opened it up, and inside were loads of these. Most of them were Disney ones that didn't really interest me, but there were also the 3 Star Wars books. But we've featured those on another show before when I found them at Carby. And these two, the Get Along Gang and the Bad Loser, and the Real Ghostbusters, Adventures in Slime and Space.
I have the Street Hawk somewhere, Jason.
Can
And
I
that's-
finish my story?
No, not yet. I have the Street Hawk one, and it's not even been bought. It's original from when I was a child.
I held it up to
I
the
just
guy.
wish I could find it.
I held it up to the guy at the counter and said, "How much, mate?" And he said,
He barked.
£1. Now I think that he thought the case was empty. So I went around the shop.
So?
When I went to pay for it, I didn't put it on the counter. I put it on the floor next to me and got £1 out of my pocket and gave it to him, just in case he opened it up.
He's sly, isn't he?
I found out they were all in there.
He's sly.
But the only problem with this is, Greg, when you get these tapes now, nobody's got anything to play them on, have they?
Yeah, look. Your laptop does it, doesn't it? It does everything.
This
It's the best thing ever. Oh, it's not plugged in, is it? You got it plugged in?
That's the end.
Always the problem, wasn't it?
Turn it over.
Turn it over.
I bet someone's recorded over it with the charts.
Dun 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 dun.
Down 3 places at 2. It's Shakin' Stephen.
Why would you say Shakin' Stevens?
Because he's the best. that doesn't take you back,
I got quite teary there.
I don't know what will.
Oh my god.
The Rainbow Theater presents The Real Ghostbusters. Adventures in Slime and Space. When you hear this, turn the page.
When you hear this turn, I mean that is just...
We're going to have to turn it off because we'll get flagged.
That is just memories right there.
That's amazing.
Oh, that rainbow thing at the start. Oh. How much were they again? £1?
Well, the whole thing was £2. No, £1 for the case with all of those in.
Do you know, I'd have paid a good £1.50 for all that. I can't believe that bit, how much that took me back, that first rainbow.
I know. Do you know what I really wish we'd found, Greg, over the winter? Some electronic games.
Is that my cue?
That's your cue.
Oh, right. I mean, we didn't rehearse that at all.
I
You
know.
need to tell me these things, Jason.
Oh, I thought you'd just go with it, Greg.
Well, there's one, Jason. Do you want me to get them all out at the same time?
Yeah, you can do, and we'll
Oh.
talk about them as we go.
Right, there's another one, Jason.
Fantastic.
And... do you see me struggle then?
Yeah, it's your age. Now, let's start with this one.
The
Because
jukebox.
this is one of those, oh my god, I remember that things, isn't it? That you hadn't thought about ever.
But I don't remember what it does.
It's a music matching game.
A music matching game.
So you would press the button. I don't think there's any batteries in this. It does work, this. I've tried it. You'd press that and then it would play you a tune. You'd choose whether you were a novice, a wizard or a pro. And then it would play you a tune and you had to match that tune. And if you matched it, it all lit up and went da-da-da. And if you got it wrong, it blew a raspberry. Rude. It was made by the Gaff Corporation. But I loved that game as a kid, and it was one that I'd completely forgotten about until I saw that car boot and went, oh my god.
I don't actually think I've ever seen this. Ever. Was it 70s thing?
No, 1980.
Oh, I was only born in 1980 though.
See, I was 4 in 1980, but I had older brothers and sisters, and that was obviously one of their
But that's
games
what we
that they passed down.
We always say this, though, don't we? I know there's only 4 years difference, but then 4 years are such a big change
Oh,
in games and
absolutely.
technology and things. So,
When you're that age, 4 years is a huge amount of time, isn't it, when you're a kid?
when I was, the 4 years difference between I was out on the golf course.
What? You were still playing with your wrestling figures, Greg?
Shut up.
Let me tell you about this. The MB Microvision. This particular cartridge in here is Blockbuster. This is one of the first handheld replaceable game cartridge games, Greg.
Look at the size of the screen.
Yeah, but look at this.
Easy, isn't it, to access?
That's the game.
That's the game.
Yeah, that's Blockbuster, the game.
So what, you have to put them on top every time?
Yeah, there was several games that
That's
came
a hell of
out
a
for it.
cartridge, isn't it?
I know, but this is 1979, Greg.
Oh, again, I wouldn't know.
The games are very basic. This one doesn't actually work. I've tried it. I haven't tried to repair it yet, but I've put some batteries in. It doesn't work.
I haven't tried to repair it yet. But you wear glasses now, don't you? As
Yeah,
well?
I do. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
It was one of those games, as in they all did back then. It took those 9-volt batteries. Remember the square ones you used to put on your tongue to see if they still work?
Then you thought afterwards. Yeah, it's not bad though. Usually there are 24 of them, aren't they?
Yeah, but they only lasted 5 minutes.
You went, it lasted 5 minutes.
Microvision Blockbuster, brilliant. Preceded the Game Boy and all those kind of things. I mean, I say brilliant. The gameplay's very basic.
Here's a random question. Nothing related really to this. What is the most draining battery game console of all time? Handheld. I know this.
Sega Game Gear,
Close.
Atari Lynx.
Yes. 5 minutes. 4 batteries. Gone. Just gone.
Over in 5 minutes.
Story of our lives.
Speak for yourself, Greg. Tomy was obviously a huge name in not just electronic games but other toys in the 80s.
Tomy's still going?
I think they are, yes, but they were swallowed by another
Aren't they more...
conglomerate.
Aren't they more child, like kiddie?
They
toys
were.
now?
They made a lot of like Tomy Junior toys, weren't they? Like the train and all that kind of stuff. The game that I still don't have that I really want at Tomy. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Car park.
No. Tomy Turbo driving. You know the red front of the red car at the front, little steering wheel.
Oh, I had that. That's my favourite thing ever.
Yeah.
I had that. That genuinely was my favourite toy ever because it lit up and I always thought I was Knight Rider.
Turning Tomy Turbo or Turning Turbo, it's called.
I had that. Where's it gone? Why do we throw these things away?
But Caveman was one of Tomy's electronic games. A great game. You had to go and steal the eggs from the dinosaur before they hatched into a baby dinosaur, or he breathed fire on you.
Jason's in his 40s.
I'm 43.
Have you heard him?
Here's an advert for Tomy games.
Is it just starting to hit home that you're talking about collecting dinosaur eggs?
Yeah. Got children of my own.
I don't know whether these viewers remember, because it's been that long, Jason, that you have a bit of a thing for big box VHS videos.
I have got a bit of a thing for big box VHS videos.
He's had this thing for big box VHS videos for quite a long time now, haven't you?
And no episode of Retro Collectors would be complete without talk of my thing for big box VHS videos.
Because Jason has a thing for big box. Let's just get on with it.
And I found some big box VHS videos, Greg.
You had to throw it in one more time, didn't you, Jason?
Shall I pull them both out at the same time?
No, one at a time.
One at a time, okay.
And get the rubbish one first.
It's not rubbish.
No, but in my eyes, you know.
Raw deal. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Honestly, don't remember it.
Let me tell you something about this. This film is £1 per night.
Oh, I love it.
The suggested selling price when new was £74.95.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Let me look at that.
That's why we... What was that?
That's Siri.
Because you said, are we serious?
Oh! Suggested selling price when new, £74.
That's why we didn't all just buy videos. That's why we rented them. Because they cost that much to buy.
I can't believe that little sticker there says that. So it's £1 a night to watch. Oh, bring back these days. It always gets me going, this does.
When they'd had enough of this film, they'd obviously had it for quite some time and made their money back and more. It said you can hire or keep for just $4.99.
Wow.
Now, this particular tape, Greg, comes from a video shop. The Pinchbeck Family Video Centre, 42A Knight Street in Spalding, Lincolnshire. I've looked it up. It's on Google Street View, and I'll pop a picture of what it looks like now. Sadly, it's not a video shop anymore. It actually looks empty. But just imagine all the people that went in there and rented their videos.
I think this is a really good separate episode for Tea and Toast. Finding the places that used to do like the video shops, and now what are they?
Yeah?
No?
Yeah?
I'm fascinated. When you showed me that picture earlier, like you said, that would have been... God, there would have been so many happy kids running around there trying to get their favourite film out. And now it's...
I think that we should not just do video shops, but interesting 80s sites. Like in Cambridge, for instance, which is just down the road from us, are all the places where Sinclair was based, where all the computers were made. The pub that they had the famous fight in is there. Also, where Zap magazine was created, and Crash magazine, you know, the magazines for Commodore and all that. They're all near us, Greg. Let's go on an 80s nostalgic, historical road trip.
Can we have a beer?
Yes!
Let's do it! Let's do it!
So that's Raw Deal. And now, this is a belter, Greg, which I didn't previously have in my collection.
And you didn't tell me until about 3 minutes ago that you got this. This?
Flight of the Alligator.
No, it's not, is it?
That's what we used to call it anyway.
Oh, this is just such a good film.
Flight of the Navigator.
And I've told you this story a million times. I've seen the ship.
Yeah, you are.
I have seen the ship that was... I don't think you can get to... Basically, you'll know this, my American friends, and your American friends. In Disney World in Florida, they used to do the backstage tour, didn't they? Or the backstage lot tour. And you used to be able to go drive around and see the Golden Girls house. and all them sort of things, and the Flight of the Navigator was just sat there.
I don't think it's there anymore, and I'll tell you for why.
What, the whole tour, or...?
No, the Flight of the Navigator ship, because I watched an episode of Adam the Woo the other day, and the Flight of the Navigator ship was in his video. It was part of a parade or something, so they were using it, which is good. Incidentally, both of these films came out in 1986, and even though this is an 18, and I was 10, well, it would have been 11 or 12 when it came to the video shop, still managed to rent this, because in those days you used to go up to the counter, hand it over, and Pete would go, "Is your mum alright with you having that?" You go, "Yeah, Pete, yeah, alright, no problem." And that was it. 18s, 15s.
Not in my area.
Really?
No, it never happened.
It did in our video shop.
And also, I was a very respectable child. I just wanted to watch Superman.
Sadly, this Flight of the Navigator copy is suffering from
Oh dear.
mouldy tape syndrome. Can clean it, and I probably will. But I do have a thing for big box VHS videos. So if you've got any big box ex-rental VHS videos from the 80s, please feel free to get in touch and I'll buy them, donate them.
Yeah, hold on, we're paying now for things. This is getting ridiculous. We're supposed to be making money, Jason.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Helps our channel to grow. We'll be back with another Retro Collectors when the car boots have opened, which is in a couple of weeks.
The difference is just incredible, isn't it?
No.
Well,
Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time on an episode of something.
something.
Who knows?
See you soon.